what you're facing with right now, you will find a way, you will make it through. But most of the time it's the fear you will need to move through. And notice what is the part of you that requires improvement, that requires growth and strength and stability. And what is the aspect of you that requires acceptance. This is the greatest challenge for most of you at this point. Noticing what to accept and what to improve, so you can find this beautiful harmony inside of your heart, noticing that actually you're living according to your potential and you're exploring yourself the way that you've been really designed to explore yourself. Many of you truly came here to explore what is possible for you, how you can handle the adversity, the challenging, parts of life and uncertainty. And many of you are doing a great job, even though it may look like you're not. Many times you may feel like a failure just because you haven't succeeded at what you've set for yourself. But you need to understand it's all a part of your soul plan. It's all a part of your soul plan. You've set certain challenges for yourself, and you've come here at this unique time of this great uncertainty and great change to navigate the change. Just by being here, your unique energy is making changes and impact. And if you choose to do anything to add up to positive changes, all of that just amplifies. So really pay attention to your choices right now. Are you choosing solutions, or are you just being lost in all the darkness that is happening right now? So yesterday I wrote this message that I want to read to you, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So it says, every time you're feeling down, it's because there's something you don't like about yourself, and you're searching for external things to change that. If you're habitually been looking for things that are wrong with you, you will also need to start looking for the things that are right and can get even better. Keep reminding yourself of what you already like about yourself and see how it makes you feel, because it will raise your frequency. Know that you're not just a work in progress, but you're already a work of art. It means you don't need to constantly keep improving yourself. You're also a work of art, a beautiful creation already. And there's a balance between improvement and acceptance. As much as you're trying to improve, know that you're also good enough already. Once again, it means as much as you're working on yourself, as much as you're doing healing, as much as you're building a business, as much as you're working on any insecurity, as much as you're changing your limiting beliefs, you're also good enough already. So when you end your day, you give a gentle hug to yourself and you remind yourself, I'm good, I'm okay, I love myself. So you find this moderation in your heart, because moderation is the middle ground where you accept yourself as you are but still feel motivated to improve what can be improved. A very powerful place you can find inside of you. So before we go further, I want to say thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community, where I'm sharing more exclusive content. And with that, you're also supporting this mission to make all of that possible. So thank you so much. The link is in the description. The point is that you learn to acknowledge and accept yourself. As Socrates said, know thyself. Know thyself. To take time each day to reflect on all your qualities, all your accomplishments, but also all your challenges and challenging parts and weaknesses. That's how you start to know yourself. Like, these are my good qualities. These are my positive aspects. These are my accomplishments. I've done this. I did that. Because you've learned to structure your life in a certain way that you've been able to succeed at something. Which means you're capable of succeeding. Which means you're capable of making success in your life. When you focus on what is succeeding, you also see the pattern how it was done. So you find out you've done it, right? So you find out your qualities, like with what kind of qualities you've done it. Was it persistence? Was it discipline? Was it ability to organize yourself? Was it ability to think clearly, to make plans? Was it imagination, like imagining things that were not present until you made them, until you manifest them? It's all a part of knowing yourself. Know thyself. It's acknowledgement of who you are and acceptance of who you are right now. But then also seeing your weaknesses. Like, whatever are your weaknesses, pay attention to them. Notice them. Study them. Some of them don't need improvement. Some of them are just as they are. And some of them can be very, very well improved if you start looking at yourself as a great sculpture. Or maybe perhaps a piece of rock that is becoming a sculpture. That's what you're doing right now. So focus on these different aspects of yourself. Your qualities, like positive qualities, your accomplishments, and your weaknesses. Your weaknesses and certain plans you're willing to work on them. Like, if you feel lazy most of the time, for example. Let's say laziness, a pattern of laziness is your weakness. But it's really not laziness that is the problem. It's a goal behind laziness that was not acknowledged. And goal behind laziness is often, I don't want to try because I don't want to feel disappointed in case I fail. And because I don't want to feel disappointed, because I felt so many times disappointed in my life, it's so unpleasant, I don't want to feel like that anymore. So I will set this goal, I will never try something new anymore because I don't want to feel disappointed anymore. That is the cause of laziness most of the time. You need to accept that feeling disappointed is a part of life because you're judging situations, and you don't need to judge situations the same way as you did in the past. You are more mature now. You can look at events and things and circumstances more objectively. You don't need to react this way anymore. This is the shadow work then, because you're becoming more familiar with emotional reactions. And, you know, with this idea that when you feel bad, it's not really you feeling bad, it's you judging a situation that triggers you emotionally same way, and then you start judging yourself. Oh, I did this thing wrong, I did this thing, you know, whatever. I'm a bad person, I'm a failure, and so on. This can be managed by acceptance. By saying, okay, I tried, it didn't work. It means I'm not a master yet. And how can you be, right? How can you be a master without mastering it? Well, you need to go through trials of errors. And one day you will become good at it. And once you become good at it, it will actually start to feel more joyful, whatever the thing is, relationships, certain skill, whatever activity, it just becomes more joyful because you became better at it. Business, whatever. Through consistency, through persistency, you become better. And soon, it becomes a joyful act that leads into mastery. So also learn to shift focus from negativity also to positivity. Proverb 23:7 says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." When you catch yourself dwelling on negative thoughts about yourself, consciously redirect your focus to what you like and appreciate about yourself. This shift will help you see your worth and potential. And this was honestly for me the biggest shift I've done. Because I've been habitually looking just what's wrong with me. For many years, I've been just, I guess, trained this way. To see what's wrong with me. And therefore I was constantly seeking improvement. But the funny fact was I was never improved enough to feel good about myself. Until I've started catching myself every time I was feeling bad about myself, as the first sentence in this saying goes, every time you feel you're feeling down, it's because there's something you don't like about yourself. And you're searching for external things to change that. So there were things I didn't like about myself, and I've started looking for external things to change that, like doing something, eating something, saying something, and all of that. But then I went deeper and I've asked myself what I truly don't like about myself, so I'm not feeling good right now. Maybe, oh, my life is like this. Oh, I said a wrong thing there. Oh, I did something there that I'm not, proud of. All of that was happening to me in the past. But then I asked myself, okay, but look, if right now I would be a good friend to someone, what would I say to that person in this kind of situation? So I started developing this relationship with myself where I became a good friend towards myself. And that's how, it's not like saying some positive words to yourself, because it doesn't work. It's really looking at the thing realistically, objectively, and noticing what words does someone truly need at this situation. Like, I've noticed, okay, yeah, maybe I said that because I had no idea what else to say. So am I a bad person because of that? I was just trying to help. So when it comes to myself, am I a bad person because I'm not succeeding at this already and I would love to succeed? No, I'm just trying. And trying means that you apply something you're not sure about if it will work. You can't be sure if you don't have a memory of it succeeding. You can't be sure if you don't have, a skill already well established. But the only way to establish a skill, to create a memory of success, is to get to the point where you succeed. And success is actually a trial of failures, isn't it? Until something kind of works out. So when you catch yourself dwelling on negative thoughts about yourself, consciously redirect your focus to what you like and appreciate about yourself already. Just notice, as much as there are aspects of you that you maybe don't like, there are also aspects of you that you like. And sometimes people say, I don't know what I like about myself. Well, my friend, sit down and reflect on that. Maybe you're a funny person. Maybe you're a creative person. Maybe you have a deep imagination. Maybe you are a good storyteller. I don't know. You need to know that. So then you can learn to practice self-compassion. Plato said the greatest wealth is to live content with little. Many people think I need all these things so then I will be happy and grateful. But when you learn to be kind to yourself when you make mistakes or face challenges, you will find a really strong source of greatness within you. When you understand that you're enough as you are and that self-compassion is crucial for growth and improvement, you will notice you're not really improving yourself because you're not good enough. You're improving yourself because you're curious what else is possible for you, which is a completely different approach. It's self-compassionate approach. You could work on yourself because you feel you're not good enough, and therefore you will never be good enough. You will always find something to feel anxious about, like, oh, I don't have this skill yet, so I'm anxious. How will I talk with that person? But if you accept, look, I will just, learn to swim in any situation, you will not feel anxious. You will feel actually excited many times. Or you will feel anxious, but at the same time, that anxiety can be turned into excitement. Oh, I'm looking forward for this event. Because that's the only way I learn. Powerful approach. And when you learn this balance between self-acceptance and self-improvement, you start learning the art of moderation. Moderation is the key to lasting enjoyment. Another philosophical saying. And it is so true. Because when you embrace moderation by accepting yourself as you are while also setting realistic goals for improvement, you recognize that it's an infinite game. It's an infinite game. Any improvement is an infinite game. Like today you're watching one of my painting process. And truly painting is never finished. As Leonardo da Vinci said, painting is never finished. It's only abandoned. Because, one day you decide, oh, it's done. But truly it's not. I always see more details to add up to it. But I want to move to the next one, so I kind of abandoned it. And it's same with you. Like, you will never be good enough if you look from this perspective. Like, I need to improve this. You will never be good enough. But if you accept yourself as you are right now, with this great understanding, you seek the potential of you. Therefore, you want to grow, change, evolve. You're not improving yourself out of this attitude like, I'm not good enough, there's something wrong with me. You choose to improve any skill, any attitude, any emotional healing, just out of curiosity and mastery. Therefore, you love to expose yourself to fears, and you love to expose yourself to any source of anxiousness, because that energy is not structured yet in you. Like public speaking, for example, if you're not used to it, it will be a great source of anxiousness and fear. But if you go out there and talk on stage or whatever for many times, you notice that there's something you do that calms the anxiety. And it's just knowing how to tap into knowing, into trust. Like when I'm making these videos, I just tap into this knowing that the right thought will find me and I will know what to say. And I can be anywhere, I can do that. I can be on stage, I can be behind camera, I can be anywhere, and I will know how to tap into this part of me that just knows what to say. Even though my body feels anxious and scared, I know where to place my attention, how to know that the right thought find me at the right time, because I've done this so many times, so there is a pattern to it. And as each individual needs to find that, something that works for you, to find the calmness and trust, it's all a skill. So it's not anxiety and fear that it's the problem. It's just you grounding yourself in knowing that you can do it, that you will do it, and you shall do it. And the last thing I want to add here is to seek only internal validation. As Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living. Focus on internal validation rather than seeking approval from external sources, and you will always be fine. You will always be good enough. You will always be grateful for something. If you reflect on your values, strengths, achievements, and let these things be your guide, you will know that you're doing it right. Not results that are coming. Results will eventually find you. Some time ago, I was talking with a business owner, and he said, you know, in the past I was working very, very hard for little money. I was struggling for little money. It was hard. And now I'm not working much and I'm making a lot of money. And I asked him, so what did you change? Like, what have you changed? So this happened. And he said, you know what? Actually, nothing. I just kept going and my work, you know, the quality of my work improved. People started to know, to hear about what I'm doing. And I've started getting more, you know, stable clients. People started seeing the quality of my work, and eventually I was able to employ a few people, and because clients trust the quality of my work, it just started happening, you know, positive shifts started happening because I kept going. I was improving the quality of what I'm doing. And then through time, things changed. So he was not focusing so much on external results and validation. He was focusing on the great quality he was producing with his whatever thing. As you can focus on the great quality you're producing at your job, with your work, with your craft. And when you really notice that it's not valuable, you know that that quality is needed somewhere else, and you can easily change your job. If you really believe in the quality of your work. Or you can start your own business, and your you know, the way you're doing it can be much better than how most people are doing it. Therefore, that new business will definitely become successful. So seek internal validation. Focus on internal validation rather than seeking approval from external sources, and you will be fine. You will win big in life. But not immediately. It's a marathon, right? It's a marathon. So my friends, I hope you found a great value in today's video. I hope you found many helpful insights. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. And thanks to everyone for supporting my art in our store, AttractPassion.com, where you can find all of my paintings, prints of my paintings in different sizes, vivid colors. Check it out. And also on our Etsy store, I Draw My Passion. Check it out, and to anyone who would love to work with me one-on-one, I'm also offering coaching. You can find the link in the description of this video to book a calling. So, have a good day. Until next time, one love.